Hi, welcome. Today we're going to be reading some Akkadian directly from the Cuneiform. And we are going to do this lesson 1, that is the personal pronouns. So let's start. So here you have the table of the simple values. There are 98. I strongly recommend you take your time to learn them before this lesson. However, since the pronouns take 16 of them that I marked here in yellow, you can just go ahead and learn these 16. I recommend you to study the VIX before doing this, but not necessary. So take it easy. This is not easy. To get this sign list, you are going to go to the comments and print it. Okay, I put it there for all of you. And it took me hours to make the list. Okay, let's go then. There are just a few rules for reading, like 5 rules or less, but this is the most important one and the one we need today. A strict rule was followed in syllabic writing, which was rarely departed from. In a case where one of the syllabic signs has a varied consonantal value and is followed by a sign with a fixed consonantal value, the fixed consonantal value prevails. What does it mean? We are going to see the sign that is the 16 that actually we are going to need for the pronouns. And we have 3 values. Ad, at, at. Oops, I missed to put a dot here under the T. And then you have to choose which one of the 3 is the one you need. But next one has a fixed value. Ta. It sounds ta. So the ta is going to prevail. So here we cannot say ad ta, but at ta. At ta that means you, as we are going to see in a moment. Another sample that has nothing to do with the pronouns, but you can understand this rule. This sign 58 has 2 values, uk, uk, but is followed by 83 ga, so the sounds ga prevail. And 58 is read as uk. So here we have uk ga too. So I hope it is clear. Let's go to next. On the following pages, take your time to write the transliteration. Refer to the sign table. When you turn the page, you can check your work and practice writing by tracing directly on the transparent cuneiform signs. Note, there is not article, definite or indefinite. Uh, if you need to print these materials, you can just drop an email. Check in the comments for it. Uh, and I will email you these pages. However, you can just stop the video and try to do it. So you're going to have the signs that we are learning, and then in the next page you are going to see the answer. You can practice the writing in the transparent cuneiform signs. Okay, I am going to say this many times today. There is not article, definite or indefinite. So we do not have a or the in Assyro-Babylonian. So let's go. So here we have the first one that you may already know what's that. I. So how do we say I in Akkadian? So please take the chart. Remember, you can print it right now so you can have it and look up. So number one is going to be easy. You may know already this is A, and you have to look up for the other ones, signs 74 and 28. In the big simple syllables lessons one, order them I ordered them like in families to not confuse the ones that are very similar with some colors. So you can go and start to work there too. But right now, just look for 74 and 28. Yes, and we go. Yes, here we are. Anaku. 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 So you have here at the bottom many times anaku, anaku, anaku. So please take a paper, a pencil, start to write and try to memorize these three. Okay, it is going to be really important to at least recognize them. But if you can write them, great. So here we have the same. This is also I. Here we have the same symbols, anaku. And here you can keep practicing the same three signs. Please write them down, okay? So if everything is clear, we move on to the next one. You. Okay, you, the pronoun. In many languages, you is the same word for girls and boys. But in Assyro Babylonian and in other languages too, we have a, a different word for you when you are talking to a man or you when you are talking to a woman. As you see, we have the first thing the same, the 16 and the second thing changes for boys or girls. And if you were very attentive when I explained the reading rule that we are learning today, sign 16 is at, that can be read at. And as we say, it takes us out of the next one. So take your time. Look up for sign 84 and 40 in the list. If you need to stop the video, it is fine. So you have enough time to find the 84 and the 40. Good job. So let's go to the next. So here we are. We have atta, atta. So you see, the 16 is taking the T from the second one, 84 ta, and here we have at T. That is taking the T sound from T, so at T. So we can read at ta, at ta, at T, at T. Next line, at ta, at ta, at T, at T. Stop the video, write them, and try to memorize them. So we are going to go to the next one. And the next one is going to be he. We are going to have, and this is another reading rule, we are going to have three different ways to write he. However, all of them sound exactly the same. It could be like, I don't know, like you write in English, he, as we normally do, or we could write he with double E, just a sample. What I mean is that they sound the same. So we have the 59. 59 and 80 that sound the same. And 82 and 65 that sound the same. Okay, so take your time. Stop the video if you need. Try to look up in the science table. Try to do the transliteration yourself. And then we can go and check them together. So you need the 59, 82, 65, and 80. Okay, so we go to the next. And here you are. Shu. So all of them sound the same. Shu. 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 So different ways it sounds the same. Is always he. Shu. Here you can practice all the 59, 82, shu, and 59 with 65, shu. So that's all. Let's go to the next. And the next is going to be she. And this is funny because it's very similar to English. So look for these toe signs. You don't need too much time for 25 and 18. Look at the chart. If you need to stop the video, do it. And here you are. She, she, she. So, do you see? It sounds almost as English, and you can practice here many times. Please write down. Practice. Try to memorize it. So let's go to the next. Okay, so here we have all of them. So this page is important. Have it at hand. And we are going to read together. Anaku. Anaku. You know that anaku is I, okay? But try to recognize the signs while you read anaku, anaku. Here at the bottom we have atta, atti, shu, 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 and she. Okay, so we know now all the pronouns in singular. Let's go to plural. And here we have we. We have many ways for we. They are actually not the same sounds, but we are going to use them all. So the first one is the main form, and the others are going to be alternative forms. And we can learn them now because they are using the same signs. 1A, 79, 2, and 18. So they use combinations of all of them. So take time, try to write the transliteration down, and let's go. We go to the next. And here we are. Aninu, anini, ni enu, ni ini, nini. And now you can start to write aninu, 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 aninu. Now in the third line, anini, anini, and so on. Please write down, practice, try to memorize them. Go as slow as you need. And we go now to you. You plural. We now we now this 16, that is at. And if you remember the 79 that we just saw in the last page, no. So please look for 71. Again, stop the video if you need and try to do the transliteration. So here we are. Attunu, 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 attunu. You plural, okay? We now go to the next. And it is they. They when they are men. And we are going to have several ways. So you may already know the 59 and we were working on it. Yeah? Okay. Try to do the transliteration. Stop the video if you need and let's check. So, shunu, shunu, shunu. So you see, we have different ways to write the u. If you remember the other that we saw before, yes. The one with one single triangle, the 65. Well, here we have also the 82 for u. Also careful with the two signs for the sound shu that you can see here 59 and 80. Okay, practice the writing and now we are going to go to the last one. So the last one is they, but they are girls. So please try to find out. We have only two signs. Check the table. What is the 25? What is the 74? And here we go. Sheena, Sheena, Sheena. Great. Please practice writing this word. And two more words. To finish this lesson, we're going to add two more words so we can make some sentences, okay? So one is going to be father and the other fathers. Fathers is irregular in plural. So look for the signs. Number one, you know it. Yes, it is. Then we have the 42. That is bu. And the 40, we know it from before. T. So write it abu, abuti, and you have all of them here to write it down. As you see, it is going to take time to learn all of them, but not too hard if you work. Now, here we are. If you did this lesson correctly and you took time to learn the signs, you should be able to write in Akkadian the following sentences. Remember that the copula is not expressed. So in Assyro-Babylonian we say I, father. We don't need to say am. So we are going to say I, father, anaku abu. So you probably remember very well anaku abu. But how do we write anaku abu with the cuneiform signs? That is what you need to try to do without looking up. So try to write anaku abu. And I put here the number in cuneiform. The second sentence, though you in singular, you are a father. If you are not able to do this, it means that you still don't know well the signs. You can check the table and you have to keep working on your writing. So let's go and check. And here you have the answers. Remember that there are different ways, like in shunu can be written different. But here you have the answers. So please We did this lesson in 15 minutes. So that is not what you are going to need to memorize all these signs. So do this lesson as many times as you need. Please check the comments for the materials and see you next time. Thank you.